So I have done over 50 e-bike reviews, and I've talked to hundreds of people about e-bikes and what they like. And I can tell you the average person in your life probably prefers a step-through style e-bike. These bikes offer a level of comfort and ability to get on and off the bike like no other bike out there. And I can attest to this in my personal life because my wife, my two daughters, and my father-in-law all prefer a step-through style e-bike. The accessibility of a step-through bike makes it nice because anybody who's intimidated by a bike can easily get on and start riding. Now, if all of that sounds like something you're interested in, you're definitely going to want to check out the Magicycle CT-1. Let's take a closer look at what this bike has to offer. Now, the Magicycle CT-1 comes in at a really reasonable price for everything that it offers. At $1,599, you've got a lot of bike for the amount of money that you're spending. And I know that there are a lot of bikes that are in this same category as the CT-1, so let's go over some of the features that make this bike stand out over the competition. Most bikes in this class and price range come with a 500 watt motor. The CT-1 has a 750 watt motor and, according to Magicycle, peaks out at an impressive 1100 watts. Let's really test this out on that huge 19% hill that I test out all of my e-bikes on. Little side note, guys, these pumps are fantastic. All right, we're gonna take on the big hill, guys. So this is the 19% grade. Gets up to about probably 3% here, quickly ramps up to somewhere between 12 and 13, and then goes to 15, and then up by this driveway up here is about 19%. Just gonna put it in pedal assist 5, and we're gonna pedal up this hill and see how it does. This bigger motor should help us out, but we're gonna see. Right now we are only hitting 800 watts. We haven't hit that peak 1,100 watts yet, according to the display. Go ahead and shift. Shifted decently under load. And I expect to see that display get up to 1100, and it's not. So we're at 800 watts. Seems to be the peak output of this motor right now. And it's doing decent up this hill. All right, so there we go. We made it up the hill. That is a massive hill. It didn't perform the best out of all the bikes that I've reviewed, especially a 750 watt motor, but it did decent. Second is the option for either a torque sensor or a cadence sensor setup. Now, this can all be set up on the bike via the computer screen, so no need to change out any parts. Most other brands, it's either one or the other, but not both. Third is the lower weight and higher weight capacity. Most e-bikes in this category are 60 plus pounds and can only carry about 330-ish pounds of weight. The CT-1 only weighs around 54 pounds and can handle 400 pounds of total weight. So you can haul yourself and some additional cargo to your destination safely. Let's go ahead and test out all the pedal assist levels that this bike has to offer. All right, we're gonna see what the cadence sensor does on Eco. So 10-ish miles an hour. Let's go 2. 13, almost 14, 3. Much faster. About 17.7. 4. Getting upwards of 20 and a half. Let's get around the roundabout and then we'll do pedal assist 5. So I am ghost pedaling at 23.5 miles an hour. This is set up to go 28, but with the gearing setup, it doesn't look like it's gonna quite get there. Let's try it with the throttle. So now this is throttle only. And this is pretty flat ground, so can't quite hit the 28 miles an hour. As for specs on this bike, you will get a nice 7-speed Shimano drivetrain with easy shifting on your bars right next to your right side grip. It comes with some nice 2-piston hydraulic brakes with a 180mm rotor on the front wheel and a 180mm rotor on the back wheel. The adjustable stem is also a really nice touch because this lets you as the rider dial in the most comfortable position whenever you're riding the bike. This comes with a super common tire size also, which is really nice if you ever have to change these out. But the tires that come on this bike are 26 by 2.1 inches. These are city tires and they offer a smooth ride and give you plenty of grip even if the road gets wet. Now this does come with a rear rack and it has some nice straps that are supplied by Magicycle. The rack also has a taillight built in so you don't have to worry about not being able to be seen by traffic behind you. You can hold upwards of 55 pounds of cargo, and this rack is set up nicely to work with most side bags or pannier bags. Now the CT-1 comes in several colors, so you have a lot to choose from. The CT-1 that I got is a nice teal blue color. When my oldest daughter saw it for the first time, she was like, "This bike is so cute." I have to agree, it's pretty adorable. Now the metal fenders are a super nice touch that work well and fit the style of this bike. Now one of the small things that I appreciate after reviewing a ton of e-bikes is a top remove battery. Having that battery on the top of the down tube is really nice. You can easily remove it and take it inside and charge it, or just take it in wherever you're going to keep the battery safe. And speaking of battery, it has a 48 volt, 15 amp hour battery that will give you an estimated range of around 60 miles. The top speed on this bike when unlocked claims it's 28 miles an hour, but it does come shipped as a class 2 bike, so out of the box, its max speed is 20 miles an hour. Now here are some of my thoughts that I had when I was out riding the bike around my local neighborhood. I definitely would say that this bike is perfect for cruising around a city with, I would recommend maybe a 10% hill grade max. It would perform on that really well. We're not seeing it hit the peak power that they claim, but that could be a setting that I just need to adjust in the menu. But all in all, for a cruiser kind of comfy bike with step-through, it's doing its job being really smooth and getting me around in a nice, comfortable way. Now let's talk about a few of the things that I love about this bike and some of the things that I wish were just a little bit different. The one thing that I think is really cool on this bike is definitely the ability to be able to switch between a cadence sensor and a torque sensor. That gives you a totally different feeling bike and lets the rider pick what style of riding they want to do. That's a really big upgrade in my opinion, because most other brands, it's either one or the other, not both. And with the Magicycle CT-1, they give you the option to pick between either one just through software. And the other thing that I really like about this bike is just the overall comfort. There's a lot of features on this bike that make it a really good hybrid style e-bike. The step-through design with a low step over height, the nice comfy seat, the swept back bars with the ergonomic grips, and also the 2.1 inch city tires. These all play into the comfort and ride feel of this particular bike, and I think Magicycle absolutely nailed it. So if you're looking for a hybrid style bike, this one is a great bike to go with. Now, one thing that I wish was a little bit better is the cable management for this hydraulic hose. I feel like it's just kind of out in the middle of nowhere, kind of misplaced, but this is nothing that a simple zip tie couldn't fix. But I do wish that they had some sort of clip down here on the actual fork, and then also some additional cable wrap for this particular hose. But other than that, the cable management looks pretty good overall. And the other thing that I wish was a little bit different is there's no bottle mounts on this bike. Having a bottle boss mount down here or supplying a cage that actually wraps around this seat tube would really be nice. Because I know most people are going to want to carry a drink with them, or better yet, get one of these bottle mounts that actually clamp to your bars. That way your drink is right up there next to your hands. Now, if you guys are interested in picking up or doing a little bit more research on the Magicycle CT-1, definitely check out my links down below. And if you guys enjoyed this review, I would appreciate it if you clicked the like button and left me a comment to let me know what you think of the CT-1. And also make sure you guys click that subscribe button. It's completely free, and I come out with reviews like this all the time. All right, guys, get out there and ride your bike.